I put an arrow in that thing's heart.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the man without fear's most entertaining and well-crafted fights. We'll only be looking at the MCU version. As such, there will be spoilers from multiple shows. Number 10. Kingpin Cornered. The Season 1 finale culminates in this satisfying rematch. After finally being exposed for his crimes, Wilson Fisk is on the run from the law. The only one who can stop him is the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, who now wears his iconic horns from the comics. They go toe-to-toe in an alley, with the Kingpin unleashing his fury like a raging Hulk. For a moment, it seems like Fisk might win, driven by his hatred for New York.
This city doesn't deserve a better tomorrow! It deserves to drown! And it smells!
But in the end, Matt's love for the city is even stronger, allowing him to knock out the Kingpin with a flying slug to the face. Number 9. Rooftop Showdown. In another thrilling season finale, Daredevil and Elektra find themselves outnumbered by a ninja army called the Hand. The two fight side by side as an unstoppable duo, slashing and punching their way across a rooftop. They even managed to knock down the Hand leader Nobu. The tide turns when Elektra is fatally stabbed in the chest. With a timely assist from the Punisher, Matt channels his grief to finally defeat the man responsible. The battle may have broken Matt's heart, but it still has satisfying moments for the fans. Number 8. Daredevil vs. Daredevil. The anticipated first encounter with Bullseye did not disappoint. Dressed in a Daredevil suit, Ben Poindexter is sent to stop an ex-con from outing Fisk. Matt steps in, but the assassin's improvised weapons end up being a serious threat. Dex turns everything in the office into a deadly projectile, forcing Matt to hide and wait for just the right moment to attack. The standoff perfectly highlights what makes these two such great rivals. While Matt excels in close quarters, Dex is lethal at range. The latter wins the fight, leaving Matt bloodied and bruised, setting the stage for their next encounter. Number 7. Rescuing the Punisher. Jon Bernthal's Punisher is one of the best things to come out of the series. His brief team-up with Daredevil shows just how well they can work together despite their differences.
Take that side. Keep eyes on.
When Frank Castle is held captive by the Irish mob, Daredevil sneaks into their compound and takes them down one by one like a ninja. Meanwhile, Castle breaks free, bludgeoning and blasting his captors like a bull in a china shop. The vigilantes then unite to escape in an action-packed and surprisingly comedic skirmish. It does a great job of contrasting Daredevil's stealth with the one-man army that is the Punisher.
No killing.
Altar boy.
Number 6. Clash at Clinton Church. Daredevil and Bullseye's second duel is somehow even more tense than their first. This time, Karen Page is the target, and Matt has to give it his all to protect her from Dex.
Hello, Karen. It's nice to see you again.
From Bibles to rosary beads, everything in the church is a part of Bullseye's arsenal. Both the choreography and emotional stakes are at their peak in this scene. Many viewers went into the scene knowing that Bullseye kills Karen in the comics, adding another layer of tension. Fans were on the edge of their seats, unsure if Karen was actually going to make it out this season. The show then took a shocking turn and killed off another key character, Paul Lantom. The stakes had never felt as high as they were here. Number 5. Daredevil vs. Nobu. Daredevil has taken plenty of beatings until this point, but this is the first time he's ever been this outmatched by a single opponent. Upon investigating a warehouse, he faces Nobu, who is in full red ninja gear. From the start, it is clear the assassin is far more skilled than he is. The blows only get deadlier once Nobu wields his Kyoketsu Shoge, a long chain with a blade at the end.
You have fought well. It is not enough.
He uses it to severely wound Matt and drag him across the floor. He only survives by setting Nobu on fire. Even then, he continues to fight before dying in the flames. This may have been Matt's worst victory, but damn, was it epic. Number 4. Stairwell to Hell. This sequence follows up on the iconic single-shot fight from Season 1. Armed with a chain and an empty gun taped to his hand, Daredevil takes on a horde of bikers in a scene nearly 4 minutes long. It starts with him saving a tenant and clearing an entire hallway. The hero then heads down a stairwell, sending enemies tumbling down at every turn. The way he dispatches enemies with his chain makes us wish it was part of his standard gear. The cinematography and camera work are also incredible, but the makeshift weapons and sprawling setting are what make this one of the show's best fights. Number 3. Penthouse Free-for-All. The setup for this sequence alone is enough to get us pumped. With Fisk and Dex too strong to fight on his own, Matt turns them against each other. This culminates in a knockdown, drag-out battle royale between all 3 characters. Daredevil uses his acrobatics and martial arts to stay ahead, while Dex hurls anything he can find as weapons. Fisk unleashes his rage like never before and breaks Dex's back. In the end, the Kingpin's anger isn't enough. Matt defeats him once again with a brutal beating and screaming monologue that is extremely cathartic.
You keep my secret. And you won't harm Karen Page or fucking Nelson or anyone else. Because if you do, I will go after your wife.
Number 2. The Hallway Fight. The premise of this fight is simple. Daredevil has to rescue a child, and the only thing in his way is a hallway crammed with Russian criminals. But nothing about it is easy. Captured in one continuous take, the scene is lit and shot to reflect the dark and gritty tone of the character. For nearly 3 minutes, Daredevil gets knocked down by gangsters and keeps getting back up. Every hit feels real, and none of the enemies stay down for long. By the end, we feel just as exhausted as Matt. Of all the fights the character has had, this is the one that embodies who he is. A hero who fights for the little guy, enduring as much punishment as he takes. Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Daredevil vs. Echo, return of the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, and the one-shot fight.
I've been watching them all night. And then you guys show up. And screwed everything up.
Daredevil vs. Punisher Round 2. The Devil gets punished in their second tussle. Defenders assemble. You get a hallway fight. You get a hallway fight. You get a hallway fight. Daredevil vs. Stick. The student becomes the master. Matt Murdock vs. Danny Rand. An immortal Iron Fist is no match for a man without fear. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Prison Fight. If you want to know the pinnacle of Daredevil action, then look no further than this technical masterpiece. Trapped in a prison, drugged, and without his suit, Matt battles wave after wave of enemies in a maze of, you guessed it, hallways. Even on the verge of collapse, Matt's martial arts and powers push him through every encounter. There are so many moving parts that include long stretches of dialogue and a full-blown riot, all captured in 12 uninterrupted minutes. Yeah, you heard that correctly. 12 minutes. It's a jaw-dropping achievement in filmmaking, and a testament to the dedication of the cast and crew. Do you think Daredevil is the best fighter in the MCU? Tell us what you think in the comments below.
Come on!
Gotcha. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.